Welcome to RVP Podcast. We got Juan, we got Jason, we got me.
Michael.
Yeah.
Gator. Do you like being called Gator?
Eh.
Or would you rather be called Michael something else?
Michael Lee.
Okay, now the nickname's stuck.
Yeah, I think Gator works.
Gator. All
It's
right.
like Gator Michael gets stuck at this point.
So weirdly, and so the reason why he has the name Gator Michael is that, actually, why don't you explain?
So I play the Gator in Did You See That Gator? And What Do We Do? I've done both because, while I own the suit, it's my suit.
And the upcoming filming of Gator.
Yeah, and the upcoming film with Gator on Saturday, February 10th, 2024, at 12 p.m.
And so I was just thinking, I'm like, Gator Michael sounds better weirdly than Michael Gator. Like Michael Gator seems like.
Yeah, Michael Gator seems like just like sounds off.
Yeah, it sounds off, but now because I get thrown off.
Like,
but-
yeah, fun fact about when I get on the suit. I'm a completely different person.
Oh yeah.
Like, silent as the grave and, like, just robotic.
So you transform into the Gator.
Yes. It's called method acting.
So you had to like hang out with gators and like swim with gators and like.
So like
Gators. Method.
Oh.
so like what's it called? Like pretty much what he was trying to say is that when he gets into the costume, we're not talking with Michael, we're talking with Gator.
Yeah, we're talking.
Like, we are talking with an animatronic robot.
Pretty much what he's saying though.
Is that when you put on the Woody costume from Woody from Toy Story? Do you become Woody?
I don't become Woody. I'm just myself.
No. He don't become Woody. I become Gator.
It only happens when like
It's like I put on that thing. I'm like, and then I like walk over to the door, open it.
So do you always think of it as animatronic, even like when like the one?
Yes,
Okay, because
all the time.
Because a couple of did you see that Gator in there? It was in one more video, right? What was the other one?
Yeah. What do we
Yeah.
do?
Oh, what we do? Yeah, what do we do? Yeah, okay. Because you
Yeah.
don't really notice like the
It's
animatronic.
You
is
could literally
apart.
hear me stomping into the room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But again, what's it called? Like the only time like that happens is like when I wear the Terrifier costume on.
Okay. So when you wear the Terrifier, you feel like the Terrifier kind of like.
Yeah, I have
same
to
with
like
me.
That's
stay
you.
in character. Well, that's what I did like pretty
It's
hard.
like I fantasize the Gator suit as like a spring lock suit. I don't know if y'all have heard of that term. Spring lock.
He's when we went to see the Finance of Predators movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last
Spring
scene.
lock
I know
suit.
about
I
it.
basically make it seem as if it is that. Or
Okay.
as
So you're like
animatronic.
careful with it, right?
No,
No.
just animatronic. Yet it's a spring lock suit.
So that's your inspiration for the character is from. Do you?
Yeah.
Is it just the game? I don't know.
Not
enough.
just the game, like
The books.
a character, William Afton. I'm basically a knockoff William Afton in the movie.
Right, but
Why do you think my character's first name is Matthew?
But you were
Matthew
doing that before.
Lillard.
Oh, did you? Oh, so you didn't start doing the character till after the movie came out? For some reason, I thought we were. already-
Yeah, I didn't start doing the character until the FNAF movie came out
Okay.
because that was like one of the first times I donned the suit properly.
Mm.
I think, maybe I don't know. Maybe I've done it before. Who knows?
I'm not Jason, but like, what do you guys plan on like what do you guys plan on doing somewhere in the future with video production?
That's a good question. That's a lot of it's up to what you all want to do and what the students want to do. So I have a feeling it seems like we were getting more people with the short films. So I feel like that's what we're going to start doing more of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with the newest member, Callan.
Yeah.
Callan being a newest member. Callan like pretty much stays like almost every day.
Does Callan like doing the short? I don't.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Callan
Okay.
loves doing short films.
I think that's what we'll end up doing more. I know that Latino Student Union wants to start doing their own podcast.
Oh yeah. I
and
remember
this
that.
year we're trying to do it. We're trying to do it more like how you're doing your podcast, where people can do it, but like they have to take care of everything.
Oh yeah.
That's been which is fine in the past doing that, but I think like basically if we want to keep growing, I think we'll have to do that where it's
Where like the host has to like edit everything and
or whatever group the podcast, whoever is producing the podcast. Like
Yeah.
we're doing like the production part, but they have to do the post production and the pre production, and basically
Like the editing and the whole posting on YouTube and
exactly, yeah. And so we might be, but we're still involved. We just because that's such a it's not even like a ton of time, but it's it takes up time, and most of the students don't necessarily want to do that for other. I mean, if like it doesn't make sense to have like Michael doing it for the Latino Student Union. It'd be better to have Latino Student Union take care of theirs, or we're talking with Black Student Union, and so someone from Black Student Union doing theirs, and like we have we do have, what is it? We recorded, actually you were on it, Michael. Do you remember the Focus on Disabilities was?
Oh yeah, like the first episode.
Yeah, we recorded those, but because the host is in the play, like he hasn't been able to come to and so I kind of was like, if you want to have it done, you have to come and help. Even if he doesn't necessarily do it, he has to be here through that process. So just because that happens, I think we had quite a few members, which is fine because that was a setup who want to come and be on it, but then they don't want to help, do that part, and so it kind of makes that easier for everybody.
Yeah. Just what's it called? Like for anyone that's gonna start a podcast, just be sure get your things ready, have your personality or character. I myself in my podcast am just myself. I'm just myself. I don't really have a character. And then just also get your videos taken care of with the editing, the whole progress of editing. So, and then at the end you just post them where you want people to listen to them or watch them. So
what's been your what's been the hardest part for your podcast?
Yeah, editing has been the most hardest part. I've been having I used to have trouble with just adding text, sound effects, adding pictures, just anything.
When you post, because you have a couple episodes that are just audio, what was the process for getting it up on Spotify and all that? And do you do that with the video ones at all?
No. So back then, the first two episodes. Yeah, the first two episodes, it was Jenny would bring the microphone, and I have an app called Spotify for podcasters.
Oh, cool.
So you just record in there, and, Jenny would bring her little microphone.
Yeah.
So it was actually a bit difficult because we had to pass the microphone on and off, and it was a bit tiring, but we managed to pull it off, and now we're here.
So when you did it through Spotify, did it automatically go up and then kind of get distributed? Oh,
yeah.
That's cool. Okay. We'll have to look into that I wonder if they do video podcasts too. I'll have to.
On Spotify?
Yeah, I know they do. I just don't know if they'll host, if they'll set that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do video podcast on Spotify, but I just have to make sure how that whole thing works.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's got to be different.
Yeah, it's way different than on YouTube.
What is your, I was asking what your struggles have been with the short film.
Pain.
What's that?
Just pain in general. Just not. It's
Well, what's your thoughts on Saturday? We were going to be filming Saturday.
It'll be great, even though I do most of my lazy activities on Saturday.
Yeah.
Such as sitting downstairs and being a potato.
Can you do that on Sunday?
Sundays are Sundays.
So he has his routines for Sundays?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically the same thing, just shortened. Because I go upstairs by 5.
You go upstairs by 5?
Yes.
Okay. On Saturday or on Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh, I see.
To consume
Saturday,
sustenance.
You have a full day. I see.
To eat SN.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel, Jason, about filming for 7 hours straight?
Oh, I think it'll be good. I need to sit down and plan it out a little bit better so that it's not wasted time. Because the hardest part's going to be, and I think I'm going to try out a different camera that makes it a little bit easier to do some of the stuff that we do. So there'll be a little bit of experimenting with that. Hopefully that works out. But it's a camera we used before. I'm trying to think if we've used it. But it's more like a camcorder, like a fancy camcorder. So it has where we can plug XLR cables right into it. So that way It'll make it a little bit easier because we don't have to deal with the audio should be able to go right into it. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, is sort of testing that out. And then also, kind of coming up with like a shot list. So like, these are the shots we need to do. Like we won't reshoot we might reshoot some of the bullying scenes because they're like supposed to be taking place separately, but we won't do that Saturday, or probably won't do it. We might do it in between depending on if it gets like slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be. I'm excited. We have a bunch of volunteers coming. Now that I know that some of the actors I weren't sure about if they were coming or not, so now they are. So we have to replace Haley, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll just switch someone around. I'll kind of see. We've kind of started doing more of that method of acting. We did a Joel interview with a filmmaker named Joel Haver last year, and I hadn't really thought about it till this year, but doing the improv stuff.
Why have I heard that name before?
He's a pretty big YouTuber. He did some animation stuff. He's that's what he does full time.
What kind of animation?
He does what he does is called rotoscoping, but most of his animations are related to games, I think.
Oh yeah, I know, I've heard of him. He's cool.
Yeah, and he was nice enough to let us interview him last year.
Dang.
And he does this kind of strange style where he
scans himself and like does all the movements. He did one with Star Wars, I believe.
Yeah,
that's the only one I can name off the top of my head.
No, yeah, and we can do that animation style. It just takes time. But his production process, because he does live action as well, like live stuff too. What makes him interesting is when he does a Star Wars one, he doesn't have a script.
He just improvs it.
Right. And so I think and that's what we've been doing lately is, as you guys know, is where, we do it more like him. And I didn't think that would really work, where we come up and we just say, we'll just say, what do we want to, usually I try to have an idea, but
it's
I know
like a base
to
put the towers on.
Exactly. But like the one day, like you kind of came up with the idea of schizophrenia or like somebody hallucinating.
Oh yeah.
So we just kind of were like, let's come up with a premise and then build it from there. And I was like, well, if we do someone with hallucination, then we can use the suits. So we had the Woody suit and the alligator suit. And so anyways, that's what he does is he'll get like like sometimes it'll be just him. Sometimes it'll be a group of like him and a buddy, or it'll be like a group. So that's what I want to do with Gator a little bit is, well, you have your script. So we're going to follow like the format of the script, but everything kind of in the middle. I also think it gives the actors a little bit more to do because like, I know when we were filming this footage that we had already gotten, like instead of having to memorize it, like it makes it a little bit easier to just be like, okay, what would you do in this situation? You're supposed to, you're hosting a web show. So you want to be excited, and these are the things that you need to say. And then like, it's a little bit easier than just like having to memorize everything and sort of like go back and forth.
Yeah. I remember, like reading the dialogues that Michael wrote.
Yeah.
Gator.
I'm not very good at writing dialogue.
Yeah, Gator, you're not good at it.
I think everyone's bad at writing dialogue.
I think at least everyone has to have like a bit of bad writing and bad has to be bad at least, like just a bit at least with writing dialogues.
And part of the reason why is because it's coming from one voice. So that's why I like the idea of like, if
like just asking like the actors.
Yeah, if Bella's like playing Bella, she can just say what she would say. Then it's almost like not acting because people know how to be themselves.
Yeah, like how we did with did you see that Gator? Did you see a Gator?
Exactly, and you guys are like exaggerating and playing off of it, but like it's not like you don't have to method act like Michael's doing, where you have to like be into the character. And now I'm just a different person and like transforming, and so, and that's why like I've been kind of researching some other directors. Some other directors will do that, not in the improv, but like, the character that Michael has at the beginning is sort of more. You kind of get the sense that she's more like bubbly because she's introducing the gator costume and kind of talking. And so like you just find like a bubbly person, and then like that's easier for them as opposed to finding someone not bubbly who has to like pretend to be bubbly. Although Haley did do an awesome job.
Oh yeah, I think Haley did awesome.
But she's kind
of good as my sister.
What's that?
She's good as Mo's sister.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll have to find somebody else. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause, you know, people get busy though too. So like,
yeah. And that's the problem with why I want to get done on the Saturdays, because it's just stretched out too long. It's like we should be, not that we're in a hurry to get it done, but it's like it's just been sitting there so long. I feel like getting it done.
yeah, it's been sitting there for like what? Because we came up with the idea since like what, October?
Yeah. Did you write it in
Yeah.
October?
Yeah,
I
we
think
came up with
so.
the ideas in October.
Yeah. And we knew we were gonna. Well, at first we were gonna try to shoot it fast, and then they were just, which is good. They were trying to get very technical, and there's no way we were gonna shoot it in a day. So then, or like the 2 hours that we get. So then, yeah, it just kept getting pushed off, and so that's why I wanted to be like, let's get it done. Filmed well, and that's why if we have the whole Saturday, we have a bunch of like the volunteers coming. Like one of the guys who's coming he literally just shot a commercial thing for with an NBA Bucks player. So it's like people who are like real filmmakers. The other one is I think she's doing her graduate degree. I don't know if it's her undergrad. I'm pretty sure she's that old, and so she does film projects and stuff like that. So that's the goal, is to bring them to kind of help out and make it a little bit easier.
Yeah. And then like, you know, with the whole script writing thing, I actually still have in mind what Brie LaRose told us.
The what?
The screenwriter.
Oh, Brie LaRose. Yeah.
Yeah, Brie LaRose. Yeah, I still have it in mind what she told us. You know, just kind of have fun, do like your own thing, and then you know.
We'll explain who she is real quick. That way.
Oh yeah. So Brie LaRose is a professional screenwriter.
Yeah.
She's been some of her scripts have been in Netflix, right?
Yeah. Netflix.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of
series,
other shows. I know Arrested Development she did some work on, and
man.
Russian Dolls, I believe,
Can't remember.
and some other stuff.
But she started in she had this passion since her early high school year. Early high school, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Early high school years, and she lived in LA, but now she's currently here in Wisconsin again. So that's Brie LaRose.
Cool.
Well, she had been flying. The reason why she was in Wisconsin was the writer's strike.
Oh yeah, the writer's strike.
So they were off. But she kind of she flies back and forth just because her family's here. So, which is funny because we had talked to an actor out of LA a while back from Milwaukee, and he was kind of saying that he doesn't really fly back because he's always like worried he's gonna, like, I think as a writer your schedule's a little bit easier to plan, like the way it kind of falls, where like actors it's like at any point you could get a call and be like, hey, can you be here next week? And so he was saying that he doesn't really come back a lot because he's always worried he's gonna miss. I'm sure once you get to a top level it doesn't matter as much, but he was actually in like American Horror Story. He was in like a ton of just like little he's had a couple bigger roles, but like in American Horror Stories he was just like
Just like a little role.
yeah, he basically said one line and is in one episode for like 5 seconds.
Oh, so a small appearance.
Yeah, and then he had a bigger role in Mindhunters, the first season. He played one of the serial killers. Anyways, we should get him to. He would definitely come, at least do a Zoom call with us and talk with us. But
Yeah.
Yeah, and who else? Because I've only been in 2 interviews.
what was the other one? Who did we have?
I forgot her name. She was in the studio with us.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about her. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
Miss Kenosha.
What's that?
Miss Kenosha.
No, Miss Kenosha is coming to help volunteer. This is a woman who came. She was in Kenosha as a comedian.
Man, I forgot her name.
I don't know her.
It starts with the M, but she was on like TV back in the like 70s and 80s.
Marsha.
Whitfield,
There
yeah.
we go. Marsha.
Yeah, and she was in you guys probably don't know these shows, but I think she was at Zuriel had actually seen her in Living Color. I believe it was. And then but she had only like a small role in there, but her big role was this TV show called Night Court. So she had a big role in an old show called Night Court.
Name Court?
It was called Night Court?
Night Court.
Yeah.
Night Court.
It was like a whole comedy sitcom about like this court. Basically these like characters would come in for their tickets or whatever, and then it was like the Harry Anderson was the judge. There was like a bald guy who was like I think they called him Bull or something. It was like the plaintiff or the bailiff. Yeah, the whole show was just like they had a whole series of like job related sitcoms back then, like
Never
Taxi.
heard of it.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, to kill some time here, we're gonna talk about the history of the gator suit.
all right, as long as it's a
Alright.
quick history.
It's like
yeah,
just like how I got it, you know.
sure.
Go for
I
it.
think it was in February of last year that I got it at like a bingo at Gifford, and like I walk into the PTA closet one day and I see this clear plastic white garbage bag, and I look inside. It's like, wait a minute, is that a suit?
So you were interested.
I was very interested, and then at the end of the night, I asked the PTA person. It's like, hey, can I have the suit? She was like, yeah. But first, I asked the principal. It's like, hey, can I have the gator suit? I said it exactly like that. I'm not joking. I'd be weird like that.
But they had a because they weren't using it at all, right? It was
Yeah, they weren't using it. They had Mark III out, so
Oh man.
I got to take the suit home, and my dad was like, "What are you gonna do with it?" It's like, "Oh no." So it sat in the garage for a day, and then I put it on and walked outside into the snow. It was very, very wintry out because February is wintry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then it's been sitting on my couch for a few months until October, when
When you brought it. Right?
when I brought it here.
Oh, so it was February of like this
This
school year.
Not this
Last year.
last year.
So it sat on the couch for like a year.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'd put it on, but not fully, because that takes a while.
Yeah. So you just have they lock it and you have the gator head on.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
like,
it was like downstairs on the couch for like a year.
Yeah.
And it is actually almost probably the year anniversary that I got it. I think I got it on the 7th of February, which was probably yesterday.
Okay.
So yesterday, a year ago,
So
I
a year
got the
ago
suit for the first
Yeah,
time.
it
So
was
I've had
yesterday.
it for basically a year now.
Okay. Yeah, I assumed you had it longer. I didn't realize.
a year ago yesterday you got the suit.
Yeah.
Is your parents glad that it's out of the house?
They're
Or-
indifferent about it.
They don't care.
Just, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's currently sitting in the locker off camera.
Yeah, right over
Yeah.
there.
Second locker with.
But what about you, Jason? Do you have any like future films planned? Any future podcast? Like, oh, actually, hold on. Do you plan on reviving the case Eagle Time podcast?
I don't have plans to revive it. I'm actually thinking about putting this podcast on it just so that it's separate from our short films
Oh yeah.
on that same podcast channel. Not calling it, and maybe I don't know if we'll kind of play it by ear because it'll be 2 episodes. But if somebody wants to take it over, they can. It's just similar to how we had done it before. Like if someone's willing to like edit and do all that stuff, then
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do editing.
Do you want to bring it back? What would you want to see?
Yeah, that's the thing. I would like, cause I was holding like in one episode 4, I believe, episode 4, like in minute 20 something.
Oh, you were in it, yeah.
Yeah, last year
Yeah,
when I had all the makeup on me.
yeah. And I know there's some students that want to do it, but they're ones I think who, just because they're so busy and get other things and don't have the interest. Like I think they have enough interest that they'll host, but they don't have enough interest that like they want to do
to
all
edit.
The,
Like,
yeah,
do
editing
all of
and
that,
posting,
planning,
and all that
and
stuff. Yep, exactly.
but yeah, I'm interested in like reviving it, but not taking over it.
Okay. And we could kind of find a nice middle ground because I don't mind if we podcast like this, it's not so hard. Or if we podcast with the switcher, it's not so hard. It's just when back then we would do it where like they were in the hallways and stuff like that.
Oh,
Did you ever see the Eagle Time podcast?
I don't.
Eagle Time podcast with Daniel
Sorry, I thought I
Winter.
saw someone outside. Anyway,
With Daniel Winter. Daniel Winter? Is it Winters or Winter?
nope.
Yeah, Winters.
Never seen it.
Okay.
I think it's us, but I'm not sure.
It's like out of the corner of my eye, did you see something go behind the doors? Like,
No, you're
Yeah,
good.
who
Yeah,
knows?
It's
we have some people coming up, and I don't see them here yet.
with what's it called? Daniel Winters, Brandon. I forgot the other guy's name.
Miguel.
Miguel, Reina, I believe too.
Yeah, Marco.
Marco.
I mean, Jaden was in it.
You're speaking Greek to me. I don't know any of those names.
Who else? Yeah, all those guys graduated.
Yeah, they all graduated
Shoot,
except
what
for
was
Reina.
what was the co-host with? It wasn't Haley. What the heck? What was her name? I can't think of it. Other than there's Raina, there was.
Well, you can't ask me for help because I don't know.
Yeah, people used to call me Brandon Zoppelganger
yeah.
because, like the curly hair. And
Yeah, I think it's just longer black hair. Yeah.
So you know what the last name I thought of when I heard Brandon
Was it Lee?
Rogers?
Brandon Rogers? Is that
Roger?
the football guy?
No,
I don't know.
he's a comedian guy.
Oh,
He's
right.
the funny. He has a YouTube channel.
I was thinking Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Somebody
no,
told
it's
me
not
that.
Rodgers. It's Rogers.
Oh,
Rogers.
Just Brandon Rogers.
yeah, I won't remember that.
I don't remember. Somebody told me that. What's it called? Back in last year, me and Brandon pretty much did the same thing to get our grades up.
Oh,
What's it called? Well, I did it in my algebra class. I danced Rasputin to get my grade up.
you danced to Rasputin?
Yeah,
I
and
like
then
that song.
Brandon did another dance to get his grade up too.
For the same teacher?
No, not for the same teacher, different teacher, and different classes.
There's
as
multiple teachers that had that let you get your grade up by dancing?
well. Mr. Schwei from Juan and Jenny Talks in my
okay, yeah.
podcast. That
Yeah.
one teacher, he let me do it, and then one of the algebra teachers here, Miss Tappa, also let me do it.
Did you ask them or did they?
No, I asked them. I was like,
That's funny.
if I dance Rasputin, could you raise my grade? They're like, yeah, sure, do it.
Just
If
be
you do
like,
it in front of the
"What?"
class. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
They'll just be like, "Huh?"
Yeah, I'm surprised. But I guess it's cool that they let you do that.
Yeah, but sophomore year is like more serious now, so I can't really be doing it.
You can't do that anymore.
Can't do that anymore. Otherwise, I would have.
All right. Do you want to wound up the? Is it round?
Yeah. Might want
Wrap
to
up
wrap
okay.
this
All
up,
right.
lads. We've got like
Well,
a minute.
anything else you guys want to add before we have to wrap it up?
I think that's good for today.
Check out. I'm just gonna plug someone real quick, just random person.
Okay.
Check out Ashley Nicholas Art on YouTube. She's funny. She runs a live stream called The Honeycast.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Just check us out on Instagram, Racine Video, and on Facebook, Racine Video Production Workshop. On YouTube as Racine Video Production Workshop.
Yeah, they could. It's actually our like handle for all of them are Racine Video, but if you search for Racine Video Production Workshop, we'll come
Yeah.
up.
And follow us on TikTok too as Racine Video. That's about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
Jason,
right.
anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it.
Nope. All right. See you
Thank
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Cut.
Good.
All right, let me go.